I mean, I do think that there will be another conflict. And, the last conflict was in 2019, and it's called the Pulwama Balakot crisis, right? And 6 years later, we're now again in a conflict. I do think that there will be another conflict. And whether or when it happens really depends on diplomacy. Now, India and Pakistan both have reduced their diplomacy over the years, right? Especially after Pulwama Balakot, India pulled its high commissioners out and never reinstated them. And then in this crisis, both countries took out their military diplomats, right? So the naval, air, defense attaches were called back. And I don't think that they've been reinstated. So the problem is when you don't have diplomatic relations at all, right? Um, it really skews threat perceptions and it really creates an environment of misunderstandings and miscalculations. Now, what I think that's been really interesting about this particular um, conflict, right, or standoff, I guess, is that if diplomacy, besides diplomacy, right, is how both states have played this conflict. Both India and Pakistan are now claiming victory, right? And even during the conflict, it was really disappointing for me to see how more on the India side, but also to some extent on the Pakistan side, both sides were essentially calling for war. Like things of like हम अपने आप को बचा देंगे इनको maro, like all this, and of course Twitter was kind of insane. I'm not gonna lie, but it was
No,
based
but
essentially
there were
warmongering
lots of
on
reports
steroids.
that Lahore was destroyed, Prime Minister's
Oh
house
yeah,
destroyed, Peshawar was destroyed.
Balochistan chala gaya hai,
So that
Karachi
was a
port
lot of
destroy ho gaya. My father's in Karachi right now, and I called him. I was like, Karachi port has been destroyed. He's like, I don't think so.